You know, self-loyalty. Maybe that's what we'll set the table for this week. Give me some time to think about what I need to say to you. Speaking of, so how was your Christmas? Oh my God, that's awesome. What you get? What? Okay, well, listen, there's a couple of baby mamas out here who are not having a good Christmas, or who did not have a good Christmas, one of which is Iggy Azalea. Yes, Miss Fancy. Let it be known that she had some issues. She's taking some umbrage with her baby father, Playboy Carti, who apparently hasn't even so much as signed his son's birth certificate. Now she alleged in a IG Live, as well as a couple of tweets, that that while Playboy did not treat her well for the 8 months that she was pregnant, and even though he asked for this baby, which, girl, let me tell you something. I just had a nigga who lives with another bitch ask me if I want a baby. Oh, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago. You know, niggas are trifling. Anyways, so this Iggy Azalea goes on. Some of the things she cites is this man had a whole family vacation planned 48 hours ago. And I hope this message gets to you, girl. Although you hid in a whole closet. Oh, child. And she kind of takes umbrage with a girl named Brandy, who apparently was living at an Airbnb that she, like, it just goes on and on. Anyways, she also talks about how Playboy, for the birth of his son, decided that he needed to go to Philly to go play PlayStation with little Uzi. Anybody know how old Playboy Carti is? I feel like he's got to be older than Iggy Azalea. How old is Playboy Carti? I mean, is it, and not that age should be a determinant, but let's just put this in perspective. So Playboy Carti, who was born in 1996, bitch. Playboy Carti is 24 years old. Iggy Azalea is 30 years old. So there is a little bit of an age difference there. Did I tell you guys that I have a 23-year-old who is trying to get with me? 23. So what does that mean? He was born in 1997. I was graduating from high school. Let's move on. So at any rate, Iggy goes on to also talk about how Playboy Carti didn't spend Christmas with them and, you know, tried to. It just goes on. And it's not a good situation. And I wish that, obviously, it wasn't one that they could settle privately, especially since Iggy let it be known what's the tea. And she obviously is pretty upset and disappointed. She cites that she still loves him and that they were just having sex the other day. Now, girl, let me just read. I'm going to read a post from Jermaine Dupri. Now, what does Jermaine Dupri have to do with anything, you ask? Well, Jermaine Dupri felt it prudent to give his opinion about people having kids with guys who are not worth having kids with, right? So I guess in a recent tweet, Jermaine Dupri kind of goes into a little rant about why you girls keep picking guys to have babies with who are just horrible people. And he basically says that you girls really need to, if these niggas are showing you who they are, then y'all need to believe them. Like, y'all just need to believe them. Now, while I agree, I'm trying to find the quote here, but while I agree with Jermaine on one sense, I think a lot of times, we all know that when you are in the, I guess when you're in the heat of it all and you're feeling for the sexy time, you're not really thinking, hey, this nigga has been a deadbeat dad to all of the other children, to all of the other children that he has. But I somehow believe that he is probably going to be good to my kid. Now, I don't know what makes me think that. Call it a hunch, if you will. But I just feel like he has it in him. And these niggas show you that they actually do not have it in them. You know what Playboy Cardi's response to all of these rants from Iggy? His response was to talk about how dope his album is going to be and how he just cannot wait for y'all to hear it. But at any rate, shout out to everybody in Nashville right now. If you are unaware, there was a huge explosion. I believe it was Christmas Day. So authorities have at this point discovered human remains close to the bombing site in Nashville. It is being reported that it was an intentional bomb, an RV, without warning, just blasted out on the streets of Nashville. And, so shout out to everybody in Nashville. I know the local government in Nashville is trying to get the president's buy-in to help them out there. And then they were, I think, further slammed by some other things. Are we getting this $2,000 or what? I mean, not that I was getting anything. I'm pretty sure I'm not. But for the girls who were, why can't we get these guys to sign the bill? Like, what's the disconnect? Because there's obviously a disconnect. So what is it going to take to get this bill signed? I don't know. What else is going on in the world? You guys. So our friend Chrissy Teigen is sharing her New Year's resolution, and that is to not explain shit to people. Now, I don't normally make New Year resolutions, but I feel like if there is a time and if there is a year to share one, maybe it should be now. Like, what are you hoping for this year? What are we hoping for this year? I am hoping that despite all of the craziness going on, that you are healthy and happy and loved. I am wishing love for all of you, and not just a quick, but just a groundswell of love. I really am wishing that for all of us, because Love is amazing, just like the love that Rihanna and ASAP Rocky seem to be sharing in Barbados. Now, all right, am I the only one who sees this as like a weird coupling? Why can't I see? I don't know why. Do you see it for ASAP Rocky and Rihanna? I mean, listen, I see it for anybody and Rihanna. I can understand how anybody would want to be with her. She's, to me, just the baddest. I love her. Like, if I could have a girlfriend, it would be Rihanna. She's amazing. She's beautiful. She's never going to give us this album. She is like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Y'all are never getting an album. I don't care if y'all beg. Y'all ain't never going to get no album. That's okay. That is all right, Rihanna. You know what, girl? As long as you're okay. And so the baby mothers of Future, both Eliza Reign and another young lady who previously had a paternal lawsuit against Future. They got together for the holidays to, I'm sure, talk about how, what a great and fantastic father Future is. But the ladies got together to bring their son and daughter together to basically celebrate the holidays. Now, the one young lady, she has since dropped her suit against Future. However, the suit that Eliza Reign has is still on and popping. She's still not playing any games with that nigga. So we'll see what happens. Have you guys heard this story? Now, Jay-Z, who has a nephew, Naziah Carter, his nephew was accused of sexual assault and has been suspended from the University of Washington. Now, according to the Seattle Times, while he had plans to leave school to go professional, the Times reports that the Washington Huskies star basketball guard plans have been foiled after being suspended indefinitely due to 2 sexual assault allegations against him from 2 women at his campus. Now, earlier this month, he wrote on Twitter, "After much prayer and conversation with my family, I've decided to leave the University of Washington to pursue a professional career." Now, Coach Hopkins and the University of Washington have brought out the best in me, etc., etc. Now, furthermore, a new report reveals that Naziah was found responsible for the sexual assault of the 2 women, allegedly forcing them to perform oral sex on him. One Twitter user's at Serotonin Prince claims she reported Carter for his alleged actions, writing, "After much prayer, conversation with my family, blah, 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 that Nas Carter is a rapist on 2 separate accounts, as a victim myself and a friend to another." Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys had heard that story, but yeah, very interesting. Now, sexual assault is very, very serious. Any type of assault is very serious. And, prayers for everybody involved. Hopefully, everyone will get justice and everyone will be able to get past this. In the meanwhile, California has become the first state to report a 2 million crack in COVID cases. That means that more than 2 million people have contracted COVID in the state of California, which is really crazy, but but true.